Smells like weed and cigarettes in here. You want to tell them about your uni, what you've been studying?
My uni, yeah, so I've been doing natural sciences at Cambridge, so at Downing College, and yeah, there's a lot of things to study, a lot of things to revise. You meet a lot of figures, a lot of people with big egos, and a lot of people.
Let's say good or bad.
You get a mix because
Yeah,
you get a lot of humble people there too, but it's very easy that you get the really nasty people that just stand out. Like you just know them for the bad reasons. But among the whole bunch, there's a lot of real ones, and I think it's about making a lot of good connections with them, learning about their history, learning about what they've done, and yeah, a lot of collaboration, because I feel like, especially with Natski, lots of practice is key, and you can teach yourself, you can learn and read the lecture notes and the source materials by your ones, but I think if you were to ask other people questions and work on it together, you really make like much faster progress in a much quick amount of time. So collaboration and unity is always key. It's I say key for everything. It's key for this, I really, towards before my time in uni, but especially during it, I really had a massive feel for music. We had a piano which anyone could use, and I play guitar myself.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I'm a guitarist, man. Yeah, so I was getting bored, because it came to the point where I'll play something, it's the same thing, and over and over again you get bored of the same stuff, and I'm at a level where I feel like I'm okay, I'm happy with where I'm at, so I wanted to learn something extra. So I was like, okay, piano is a great tool, because for one, it's really great at learning music theory, building up melodies, it's just it's great, man. So with a piano, literally down the road, it's like a 4 minute walk, literally across the yard. I feel like it's such a waste of time, and we don't make good use of this. Because you're here once, these things will come and they will go, and you regret it if you don't take advantage of that, not even once. So I made sure every day, every other day, I'd be there, just learning how to play the piano, I learned a few songs. I learned a bit of a few melodies, and I was really happy. But then within the first year, when I went back home, of course, it's the way to do it in Cambridge is 8 intense weeks, and then it'll be another 6 or 8 weeks off.
Okay.
And within that whole 8 weeks during the break, I forgot a lot of the techniques and practice that I had. If you don't practice every day, the improvements you see is less and less. So I was like, you know what, I don't think there's any point learning the piano further if I can't continue this practice at home. So that's when I had the idea of trying to build something like this, your own keyboard, your own piano. And then the ideas didn't stop there, because if you have something like a MIDI keyboard, you're gonna need some type of software to run that. And if you have some type of software, you might as well try and make it inclusive of everything, every instrument, something that's established but also available, something that anyone who has an interest in music can just pick up and learn. So I think a lot of my inspiration and a lot of my future goals are stemming from that, and here I am. I heard Sai's making a lot of music, man's literally busy in the labs, cooking up some stuff, I have to hear it, and I'm amazed, man. You're not going to be shocked when you hear this.
But yeah, this is Rashawn. I think he's going to be good on the vlogs, because he will ask questions I'm sure people are wondering. So for context, this is kind of the project that started the whole album vibe. It stems from one melody, but then there's 3 total switch ups that happen in the beat.
Okay.
And originally, you see how it's sounding hella different.
You got to play in it.
Let me just turn the volume up. that's how the beat originally started off. And yeah, I couldn't make my mind up as to what direction I was trying to make it. So
then you decided to split it.
Yeah, split it into like branches of different projects.
I'm not gonna lie, that as one sort of thing I think is actually that good because you have a nice contrast between each one. I think it really goes well together.
At this time scale, like a minute, like maybe 2-3 minutes. Yeah, like I might go for an idea like that. But as I kept working on each branch,
you got more and more complex.
It's like more the ideas that came from that branch were actually quite good. So it's like, I kept expanding each one, and then it's like, okay, this branch is like 3 minutes. This branch is like 3 minutes. I can't now go back and make it a 6-minute song.
Yeah.
At this point, I got to split them.
I could.
Technically, there's nothing stopping you from making a 7-minute song, 6-minute song.
Especially if it bangs.
Exactly. Like time ago, I did actually drop like a 6-7 minute song. And yeah, bro, I could have split it up, but back then, like I was just doing whatever. You can imagine the streams were quite poor, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, this is the song. This is the song that came from that.
Life is like a room, got some product that I walk in. I know my little blues, but I like to skip the talking. She's got me into games that I don't wanna play. If I give you my heart, could you really keep it safe? I always need that to the max. I'm talking every day, every time I wake, I make the same mistakes.
Actually, wait. I just remembered I have a slightly more updated one to show you. That's probably going to be better.
What's the difference between the two?
I just like fleshed out this idea a little more.
Cool. 3-in-1.
Dude, that's the 3-in-1 one. There are so many files, man. It's hard to...
Sounds like you need to organise a bit.
Yeah, like it got real messy once all the album ideas started. Just throwing them everywhere.
How do you organise it normally? Do you have like a clutter?
So currently, this is the hard drive in it that I keep everything in. This is here. And then the production folder, this is everything to do with music.
Yeah.
And then in the music folder, I got nicknames for like various things I need. No, this isn't project yet.
Okay.
The blueprints one, which I nicknamed it, that's where all the projects are. So then if I go into that one, then we can see...
More directories, man.
So these two up here, they're from this is from my laptop. Everything I salvaged from my laptop. This is just organized, dated. All there. And then the paths you see here, that's just like different phases of sound that I'm in. So path 1 was made ages ago.
I see. It's like
Part 4.
Man.
Yeah, like different types of sound I was going for. And then within that, I have folders for each project. So then, yeah, now these are the songs and the beats or whatever. And so if I fast forward all the way down to part 14, like once I hit part 12, I was like, damn, I got to start naming and dating these. So now we're currently in part 14 called Nickname Chances. That's the day it started. And then within here, these are all the current, this is the current sound that I'm working with right now, the current projects. Yeah, this is the bare version.
give you my heart, cause you really keep it safe. Always need that to the max. I'm talking every day. Every time I wake, I make the same mistakes. I don't wanna cry, cause you really keep it safe. I'm talking every day. Make the same mistakes.
I wanted to.
Tell me there was a sequel, bro.
I don't start to see the signs, I just treat it as I go. My piece keep
that wasn't me. That was
spend
it
it
was a
back
song.
on my cup. And I'm slowly planting seeds, I don't need extra blood. Spending time out in the hills, got me doing the most. Seeing time fly by, do you know how it feels? I've been out of my mind, so I just wanna chill.
So that's kind of like where that's before. So currently the latest version is the 3-in-1 one. I showed you the other day, and then this is like before that one, and then the first one we had a look at. That was the start of the idea. This beat project here.
You have a lot of ways to end that one. Honestly, that was the second half. I think really took the cake.
And currently, for the 3-in-1 song I showed you, you see like this piano section here. This is one of the other ideas, the other branches I want to make into its own song, and then that can follow after that idea on the album. Psy's Fate. Psy is just Psy from Naruto. I wanted, for my whole name, I wanted like a title, like a name that was a title, like Tyler the Creator.
Okay.
Something along that vibe.
Okay, so fate attached to it.
So the first half, the name, I picked Psy because I like the character Psy from Naruto. If you've seen,
All the characters in Naruto, you pick Sai. That's not the guy with the brush in it.
Yeah.
What?
Because I feel like we relate. Me and Psy relate.
Okay.
He uses art to fight people.
Okay. Bro, you gotta say that before. You got. I've got my name for this guy. Like, yeah, it's some random dude he fight stuff, bro. You gotta.
But that's not it. That's not all the thinking for Psy. There's also the weapon, the Psy. That, that was also a farmer's weapon.
Humble beginnings.
Exactly. It's a humble thing, but it can get deadly real quick. So
I see.
that's
like
mainly that's mainly it. And I wanted something short and sweet as well. Psy, there we go. Shorthand.
Okay.
For if people can't
And
be
then the
asked
whole
for.
name, Sai's Fate, shorthand Sai.
And then Fate. That's because I think it's about the journey that I'm on. Like Psy's fate. Like what's gonna happen to Psy? Like what's his fate? And it's like it's a constant reminder to just keep improving my skill. Yeah, man. Keep it in the gym. Keep it in the studio. Keep going hard at work and man.
Doesn't end, man.
Yeah, the work don't stop, bro. Gotta keep improving yourself, and yeah, the journey will be real nice. So, Psy's Fate.
So, do you think fate is something that could be controlled? Do you think it's something that is destined? Because when I hear Psy's Fate, it feels like a destiny.
The questions,
thing,
yeah.
Speaking with you, I feel like it could go anywhere. You know, I don't think you think it's just a simple.
That's the thing, bro. That's the thing. Like, I'm not sure either. Like, which way it's gonna go. On one hand, I believe that, you know, if you work hard and you're honest about the progress you're making in life, then you will actually go forward. But it's like, it's hard to be honest with yourself about the progress that you make sometimes.
That's true.
So then it's like, you can think like that, but then in reality, your fate is actually going to suck because you're not actually putting any work in. Okay. Or it's like, you're not allowed to. No matter how hard you try, the universe will not give you whatever you want. Like, that's another way. And then there's another one where if you stick with it long enough, then you will get what you want. The universe will reward you. So I don't know which way. There's so many ways I think about it.
I think everyone likes the optimistic way, isn't it? Everyone likes to think that, but no one really knows.
They don't really know.
It's always a matter of time because you could be grinding about something for years and not see anything, because then all of a sudden, bang,
something happens.
Or complete opposite, you know.
So I've just cut out all the extra excess.
That was a lot of extras.
And that's just the other switch ups for the beat. So what's left now is that main idea I wanted to work on.
The melody, yeah. Like the wrench there.
It's actually a clock. What are you talking about? These ones? Let me.
Yeah, ours. Yeah.
In all my songs, I have these two clocks in the clock sounds in the background. Yeah.
How comes?
Constantly throughout.
Time is ticking.
Yeah, so it's just another thing about the fate thing. Like,
yeah.
If you pay attention to the moment, time is still ticking. Like, you can have the best day ever, you can have the worst day ever, but it's like the moment is still gonna pass. So, like, I don't know, you gotta do the most, I guess.
I really thought it was like a wrench. It was like a nice. I think when you layer it on top of everything else, it kind of sounds.
When everything comes back in.
I really like that.
So we start off with this melody here. And I always like the melodies where it's not quite happy, it's not quite sad.
Somber. Something like, depending on your mood, it can be happy or it can be sad. I think that's a really nice one.
Delay. And then...
Didn't name delay, you just went dull.
Save time, bro.
Couldn't finish his din-dins, man.
Yeah, bro, I gotta save time.
He's a busy man.
And then we'll hook that up. So now that signal's coming into here, and then on this send we'll put a delay on. Where did it go? This one. And then right now it sounds like this, but we'll work on it.
Love echo.
Normally kind of how I like to run.
That's pretty nice, man. Like,
delays on the instruments.
Midway, man, this guy was cooking up something, man.
This isn't actually that bad. Like, there's not much bass coming through, but
Lots and lots of highs.
I still like to cut it anyway, just to make sure that the 808 is getting all the room. It's getting all the room in the bass.
Making sure it's its fair share. You know, it's just
Yeah. Like, you know, the melody already gets like the mids and the highs. You know, let the 808 have something, so they don't start clashing. So for this one, okay, I'll just lay out normally, and then I'll talk about some stuff I'll probably have to do later. So just start with the melody, and normally with the clocks, I know that I want them ticking all the way throughout, so I can just
copy and paste
just paste all of those out. And the main melody here, that's probably just going to be going. And at the start of this one, when you listen to it in context with the song that comes before it, the drums just start blasting in already. So
it's to be a massive contrast. It's to be them thinking like, oh, what's happening there?
Yeah, we'll start with that and then take them away. I need to unmute everything.
The snare goes into the clock.
Oh, that's a reverse hi-hat.
Aha.
Nah. This one.
That suits though. Yeah.
Yeah. And then here we'll introduce more of this stuff. We'll go. Yeah, these are names that I give them.
I wonder what it sounds like. Perhaps Frosty, maybe.
It's because it's inspired by, like, a lot of these names. They have like a lot of context around them. Like the Frosty snare. It's because it's inspired from this guy's song, and it's called Frosty the Snowman. And one of the snares, it's like in his typical sound that he normally goes for. So I got that snare and I named it Frosty.
Wow. So I thought you named it Frosty because I thought he was trying to describe like the way it sounds.
Oh, some of them, yeah.
This was 50-50 because like when you played it, I was like, okay, like.
Oh yeah, it also sounds like both. So it's like, why not, man?
Now, hold on.
What?
Hold on. You're gonna have to explain this because I've seen now. So on top of the Frosty, you're saying that he names it after something. I see Raw now, so you're gonna have to explain this.
Nah, raw hi-hat. This is because in my genre, the hi-hats they can be very processed, and they don't sound very natural at all. But this is a hi-hat. It reminds me more of like a typical analog hi-hat from a drum kit.
I see.
With its sound, so I was like, oh, it's raw.
Okay.
It's raw.
Sure,
it hasn't been posted yet, you know? It hasn't been processed yet.
Do you believe this guy? I don't believe this guy.
This is really interesting about trap because the tempos are really high, but the drum patterns, they're stretched out. So like normally in typical music that doesn't play around with the tempo too much, it would sound like the snares would sound like, right, there's so much latency, but it would be but in trap you don't do that, you stretch it out, so it's like, and because of that, when you're arranging stuff, you gotta be kind of aware of that. And yeah, that's something to do with the arrangement. And it's really interesting the way like trap is so fast, but it's not really fast.
Slow at the same time.
But it's slow at the same time.
It's fast BPM, but like
And sometimes what I like to do as well, I can pull up the current version of the song.
Oh, he's gonna do a comparison. He's gonna do a left and right
for a bit of context here.
See, I say you should go freaky and do 3 bars rather than 2 or 4. You know, it's just completely do like a raw move.
I change your mind, what's the one on my dress? It's a mess, baby, it's just my state. First impressions key, running late to my day. Still try my best, I don't see anything change. But patience is key, so I know just to wait. Baby, take my hand and let's go the journey. Text checking on just to love from there. I need to roll, show with my pet. 20 been with the bros, main objective to win. Said they changed the game, I ain't been back this once. So now